Good morning, good morning, good morning, Facebook family and friends. Happy Friday morning. I guess they say TGIF or whatever. So I think mine's a little bit different. Maybe I should make one up right now as I'm doing my Wisdom Walk episode number 14 called Danger, Danger, Danger. Are you coachable? So let me see if I can make up my own TGIF. How about TGIA? I like that one better. TGIA. Thank God I'm live, because every day is a Friday to me. Every day is a Sunday to me. Every day is a weekend to me, because I happen to listen to the premises and the philosophies and the things of success. I always have to change this around. I need to stop holding my left hand. There we go. So anyway, I'm back. Okay, so this morning, it's about danger, danger, danger. I should put about 10,000 more dangers. Are you coachable? And that will be the major thing between your success, massive success, or no success at all. So are you coachable? Tough deal, tough situation to think about. Because here's the issue first. The issue is you've had some success in your life. Success is success. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have $1 in your account or $20 million in your account. You've had some sort of success. You're able to wake up this morning and eat, have shelter, take care of your family, do what you need to do. You have a car, you have whatever amount of success you have it. But that comes with danger, because here's the issue. If someone's trying to coach you, and someone is trying to help you, and they're giving you things that you should do, and you're not following it to the letter of the law, then you're going to have problems. You may not think you have problems because you're coming from your reality, which happens to be perception. And I've talked about this in Wisdom Walks before. Perception versus reality. Most people in the world live their life based on perception, not reality. So the reality of the situation is, if you had all the answers to be successful, you wouldn't be listening to the success stories, or wouldn't be in a position that you're in right now. Now, I'm not saying everybody's in a bad financial situation in life right now, but there's a hell of a lot of people that are. Especially with COVID, what's happened? World's upside down. So there's a lot of people that need help. But the problem is, people don't want to be coachable. So let me give you a story. I will take the name out to protect the guilty. I didn't say innocent, the guilty. So one of my people that's on our team, I don't want to use the word followers, or whatever you want to use, you call it whatever you want to call it. People that we work with, people that are listening, that we help each other. I'm somewhat the leader of the pack, but I'm also being mentored. So people that mentor me, I use the information to help mentor you. And everybody's at a different level. So as you all know, we started our 2021 venture where Envy has added 6 investment opportunities for people, whether it be passive or active. Active pays more. Passive does great, but it doesn't pay as much as active. So you get to decide which works for you. So we have people started. We started the first week of January, and knock on wood. I gotta find some wood to knock on. Let me see. Knock on my head. How about that? So fortunately, as of this morning, we're up 23% on the passive portion of one of the companies. So every single person, not 90%, not 50%, not 20%, but 100% of the people that listen to me is up 23%. They came in as little as $100 and as high as $102,000. That was the spectrum. Have some wealthy friends, have some friends that just want to get wealthy. Hey, you got to get in where you fit in. So they all listened, but we had a little luck on our side, because I believe in life. Luck has a lot to do with things. And sometimes it's good to be lucky. So the company started and we blew it up in about 3 or 4 days. We thought a couple thousand people would come in, but 55,000 people came in. We thought about 4 or 5 million will come in, but 45 million came in. And we broke the website. We broke the system because the company wasn't prepared for what we can do. Because this is a deregulated system and the people have spoken. And when the people speak, it's a lot bigger than when the minority or the wealthy, that's just a small amount of people, try to accomplish something. The people are always more powerful. The problem is most of those people are not coachable. And most of those people are not willing to put them in the position of us coming together, banding together, and pull a system together and dominate. It happens every so often. It happened when GameStop hit about a month ago, and the people came together and destroyed the big guy. I thought that was pretty funny. I kind of liked it. It was kind of cool. The little guy took down the big guy. The big guy tried to stop him though, but now Robinhood is in a lawsuit because they tried to stop them. Because sometimes the people could just be stronger. You never know. So the problem with that is we crashed, but the investment portion of obviously didn't crash, because if the investment portion crashed, I'll be on a plane to go talk to somebody. Trust me, because I ain't playing with you. I don't play with my money. 2 things you don't play with. Don't play with my family, and don't play with my money. So the investment part is still great. We all did well. But since we crashed, a lot of people had the coin that we need to buy the levels with sitting in their wallet. Well, as luck will have it, all those people went up about 300%. A week and a half ago, I told you it was 100%. As of this morning, or wee hours in the morning, around 2 or 3 o'clock this morning, it hit 300% return. Over 300% return. So the people that listened to me made 300%. Here's where the coachable stuff happens. So this is why I'm going to take away the person's name, the guilty, so I don't embarrass them. But I'm just going to tell the story. So I posted, congratulations on our group. All of you have earned over 300%. I'm glad you listened. By the way, make sure and send me the payment that you have to pay me for teaching you. I'm being funny right now. I don't really have a payment, but I do have a commitment I want everybody to make. If I help you become successful, the payment I want from you is for you to pay it forward. You have to do some of the things that I ask you to do as you become successful. And I will tell you up front, one of those things is going to be. So I'm going to pre-warn you. You have about 10 months to get ready. Right around Christmas time, I'm going to text every single one of you. Talk to every single one of you via text or via Facebook and ask you to go to your local Walmart, your local Target. And before you get there, you go to your bank account and you pull out about $10,000 cash in 50s and 100s. And you're going to walk around to people at Target and Walmart, like the Queen and I did 2 days before Christmas in 2020, and you're just going to hand it to them. I don't want you to say who you are. I don't want to say what company you're with. I don't want you to tell them what this is about. I just want you to pay it forward and bless someone. Our strategy was, if we walked up to someone, they didn't have kids, we gave them 50. And if they had kids, we gave them 100. And that was it. So that's the price I'm charging you to help you. That's the price of admission to my envy group. That's what you got to pay me. Okay? Now, if you don't want to do that during the month, when COVID is over and we're back, some of you guys already volunteered to help me, help the Queen and I actually, when we did our feeding of the homeless in downtown LA. We'll rent a food truck for the day Cost a couple grand. And we went down to LA and fed everybody. And people were coming up to me going, who are you guys? Are you guys with an organization? Who's your organization? Are you doing this? And why are you guys doing this? And what's the name of the organization? Name the organization. The organization is having a heart. The organization is doing the right thing. The organization is where much is given, much is expected. So you go out and you do that. Now you can come help us like you did, and we can serve food, or you can do it in your city, pony up a couple grand, call a food truck, and go to wherever the homeless is and spend your money and handle it. That's the fee. So that's my second fee. My third fee is if you live in California or Florida or somewhere that has an amusement park, I want you to contact the local shelters, or the local shelters could work, the local places where there are families that are trying to put their lives back together and they're not able to, and it's tough, and you verify that they're real, and I want you to take them to Disneyland, Disney World, whatever amusement park when they all open, and you sponsor them for the day. You'll buy their tickets, you'll get gift cards, because no use buying their tickets to send them to the park if they can't afford the food, because the food costs damn near much as as the tickets to get in. So get yourself about $500-$600 worth of gift cards and give it to them, so the kids can enjoy all the crappy stuff they sell that's worth $5 that they sell for $200 in the park, because you want them to have a great experience as a family. So those are the three things that the Queen and I do, and those are the things that I'm going to ask you to do as I help you become successful. So that's the deal. If you don't want that deal, walk away from me right now. Stay away from me, because I ain't going to help you, and you can go kick rocks. So back to my story. So the gentleman this morning posted on my post that we made 100% or 300%. He goes, yeah, and he posted how much he has, and he's all excited. I'm like, cool. So my response was, are you going to do the third? He responded, nah, I'm going to let it ride. Idiot. Sorry to call you names, but I'm going to, because I get upset when I spend my time, put into work, mentor and train and help and be up all hours of the night helping people for free, and you don't want to listen. So yes, it does upset me a little bit, and I get a little testy, and a part of my personality that most of you have never seen before comes out. I was laying in bed with the Queen last night. She's in her pad looking at some scriptures, doing whatever she's doing, and a gentleman is texting me at 12:15 at night, because he's trying to buy his levels in Auto BTC, and he's trying to transfer $18,000 worth of Tron to BTC so he can do what he needs to do. I'm doing a live with him at 12:30 on my phone in my bed, and I don't get paid for doing that. So here's the deal. If I'm going to help you become rich, and some of you are going to become stupid rich, like stupid rich, you're going to follow my teachings. If you don't want to be coached or don't want to be coachable, kick rocks, get off my page, and don't listen to me. So the gentleman that I'm speaking about, I sure hope you see this live, because you're being stupid and reckless. So let me explain. So he's made 300% of his money, and he believes the coin's going to keep going up. Welcome to the world of trading. I don't trade. I multiply. Let me explain that. I don't trade. I multiply. Because trading can go up and it can go down. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit 20 grand 2 years ago and went all the way back down to $3,000. People were losing their mind. I was like laughing, because it don't matter to me if Bitcoin drops back down to $1, because I know where it's going to go again. I'm being a little bit ridiculous by saying $1. It will never drop back down to $1, but you know my point. So it took a whole year for it to start rising again. And then when it rose, boy, did it take off again. Now this morning we're at $54,000. Insane. So back to my point. I'm getting to my point. So he's made his money. Doesn't matter what denomination is. He's made it. So my rule is very simple. A third, a third, a third. If you make $1, you take out a third of that dollar and you put it back into the investment. You take a third and keep it for fun and taxes. You take a third and pay off debt. That's my rules. That's the rules of engagement. That's what I teach. That's what you do. Anything other than that, you're not coachable. And I understand why you're not coachable, because you think you've had some success in your life, and I get it. And I have people that coach me. They have had a lot more success than me. No disrespect to anybody, but if you don't have more than me, I ain't listening to you. I'm sorry. Look, I'm real. If you got more than me, I'll listen to what you got to say. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I'm going to listen. I'm going to see if it makes sense, because you could be doing something illegal, and I don't know. So, won't go there, but I'll listen. But if you have less than me, I may listen to what you have to say, but I'm not going to follow what you do, because I want to be where the person, look, if I want to be a billionaire, I'm going to find a billionaire and find what he or she does. If I want to be a thousandaire, I'm going to find a thousandaire and do what he or she does. And unfortunately, I'm way beyond the thousandaire, so why would I want to listen to a thousandaire? What's it going to do for me? So, back to my story again. I know I'm being a little bit irritated this morning, and I'm sorry. You've had 13 wisdom walks where I was real cool, but when someone upsets me, I'm real. So at least you know my personality is real. I'm not fake. I don't fake nothing. So, Mr. I Know It All decided that he's going to keep his money in there and let it grow. Okay, great. Guess what? It may grow. It may triple again. It may go from 2 cents. It went to 6.063, I think is the highest, or 0.068 is the highest. It hit about 3 this morning. So everybody's happy. Well, guess what? It could go 0.09 and we'll triple again. Wonderful. I hope it does. Great. Here's the problem. If you don't pull a third, you're a fool. Because here's what happens. As quick as it can go. Okay, sorry about that delay. Wow. I always walk the same path, and that's really weird that I got that delay. Anyway, so as quick as it went to 0.09, it can drop right back to 0.02. And guess what happens? Let's just assume, and let's just use numbers. You put in $1,000, and now your $1,000 is $4,000 because it went up to 0.06. Wonderful. Happy for you. Guess what that $4,000 can do? It can drop right back down to 0.02 or 0.01, and you lose $500. How would you feel if that happens? Idiot. I'm sorry. I'm really upset about that, because don't follow me and listen to me if you're not going to be coachable. Here's what you do. You pull a third of it out, which is $1,000. You put $1,000 back into the account. So now you have $2,000 in the account. I don't want you to have $4,000 in the account. You put $2,000 in the account. Pull out $2,000. You take that $1,000, you pay off a credit card or pay towards a credit card or whatever you have. Put $1,000 more down on your house. Put $1,000 down on your car payment. Whatever you have, whatever debt you have, you put $1,000 to it. Then you put $1,000 away for taxes, and you go get yourself some ice cream or go to the park or go to a nice dinner with your spouse. You go enjoy it because you need a win. You got to win. Take a win. So here's what happens if the $2,000 you have left over tanks. So if it tanks and it drops back down to 2 cents, guess what you had? A beautiful time with your spouse, a beautiful set of ice cream. I always say ice cream because I just think it's funny. One of my favorite movies is Scarface, when Tony Montana goes, hey, he was trying to pick up with the girl. He goes, you want to go get some ice cream? I just think that's just one of the funniest all-time lines. It's just too funny. Anyway, so at least you got some ice cream. At least you went out with your spouse and had a beautiful dinner. You put away a little bit of money for taxes, which you need to do. And you paid off $1,000 on your credit card, which saved you even more money. Because if you have credit card debt, something wrong with you. Anyway, we're going to leave that one alone. I think I talked about it in another deal. So now you're playing with $2,000. Now I understand it's not $4,000. I get it. I understand your greedy ass want more than what you had. But you didn't have it anyway. Now you're playing with house money. So quit being greedy. It's greed. And I told him it was greed. I called him out and said, you're just being greedy. He goes, no, I'm just being patient. No, you're not. You're being greedy. And you're not coachable, and you're not following the system. Follow the system. Good morning. Follow the system, or don't follow me. Don't follow me then. Don't do anything I say, because you have all the answers. That's why you're a thousandaire. You have all the answers. That's why on a Friday morning, I'm walking around my neighborhood and I get to go home and do whatever the heck I want to do. I can go out in a boat if I want. I can fly to Dubai if I want. I can do whatever I want to do, and you still got to go to work. So there. So let me close with my wisdom walk number 14. I will trade. I had a nice conversation with a gentleman this morning, 30 years old. Called me this morning. We had a nice chat. He's like, man, Clayton, I saw your post on Facebook. 16 years ago, you made your first million? 16 years ago? Yep. But you're a little bit wrong. We made 1.7 million, but who's counting? It's only 700 grand. Yep, I did 16 years ago. And I followed. I had a heck of a mentor, and he busted my butt, and I didn't like him sometimes. I loved him, but I didn't like him sometimes. Busted my butt. Called me out a few times. In fact, I even had to cuss him out a couple of times because I was just angry because I wasn't aware. I didn't have the good life to teach me certain things. So I was just a brat. Sometimes I'm a brat. My queen probably still thinks I'm a brat, but it is what it is. So anyway, so he was telling me, Clay, you're the most successful person I know, and thank you for mentoring me and all that stuff. Well, I appreciate the compliment. I said, but you know what? I'm not any more successful than you. He goes, I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll trade places with you right now. I will trade lives with you right now. I don't care how much you have in the bank. I don't care what your financial situation is. I will trade places with you right now. You can have everything I have, my bank accounts, everything. I'll take yours and we'll just flip-flop. The only thing I want that you got is that 30-year-old age. That's what I want. Because I can never get that back. If I was 30 years old right now, it just gives me chills thinking about it. Because what you got is time. I don't have time. I said we're both successful. I may have a couple more zeros in the bank account than you do, but you got many more years on me. Now, of course, we can both die at the same time. Just because you're 30 doesn't mean you can live till 80. Just because you're 50 doesn't mean you can live till you're 100. You never know where it's going to be. But I love the idea of being 30 years old again and having a mentor that will teach me, because I had to come up from the road of hard knocks. There was no good life. There was no wisdom walks. There was no someone being in my face telling me what I'm doing wrong and taking my phone call at 12:30 at night. I didn't have that. You guys have that, and some of you not taking advantage of it. But that's fine. The ones that are, I know who you are. I know you appreciate me, and I appreciate you. And we're going to continue building something great, because like I said, and I think Wisdom Walk number 10 or 11 or whatever it was, that is lonely at the top. Look, I love my queen to death, and she's my best friend, and she always will be. And nobody could replace her. But we want to hang out with some people. We want to hang out with like-minded people. I want to meet your grandkids. I want to meet your kids. I want to meet your spouse. I want to meet your friends. I want to meet your kids, whoever. I just want to hang out with like-minded people, and we can talk about the pandemic back in 2020, how messed up it was, and how much we didn't have money. In fact, it was funny, the gentleman that I was helping at after midnight last night, he texted me this morning. He goes, I'm nervous. I'm like, what you nervous about? He said, I just sent out $300,000, 300 Tron coin in Simple Swap, and it's not showing up yet. And that's about 18 grand. Just so you guys know what the numbers is, about 18 grand. And he's like, I'm nervous. I don't want to lose 18 grand. I'm like, how long ago did you do it? He said about 5 minutes. I'm like, dude, it's going to take 30 minutes for it to transfer. Remember last time when I taught you and you transferred just 1,000 just to make sure you understood how to do it? It took about 15 minutes. Don't be nervous. He goes, but what if I send it to the wrong address? What if I send it to the wrong address? I'm like, I understand and I get it. I could get the anxiety. I get it because it's the first time you're doing something. Like I've told you guys before, you want to be professional in anything? Do it 1,000 hours. Anything you do 1,000 hours, you become a professional. I learned that from Tony Hsieh. May God rest his soul. first billionaire that ever wanted to teach me. So I appreciate him, and my heart still hurts for him losing his life in his mid-40s. It's just crazy. Anyway, so I told him, don't worry, relax. You'll get the money. I said, here's the funny part. You're worried about 18 grand. I hope a few years from now, you're tipping someone 18 grand. Like we go to this badass resort and you just decide, I'm just going to give them an $18,000 tip because you got about 200 mil in the bank. So I'm back home. I made my walk. It is so beautiful today. I got to show you guys this. There's a little bit of haze out yonder. Did I say out yonder? I'm country. Did I sound country? Anyway, I'm just having a good old life. And Mr. that don't want to be coachable, I sure hope you see this and you wake up, because you're about to hurt yourself and hurt your family. And I sure hope you don't. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame on you. Listen. And if you don't want to listen, do what you got to do. But let me flip my camera around real quick. Oh, I got to get out of the sun. You guys know I'm still doing my face stuff. So let me see if I can hide behind my column here a little bit. I'm trying to hide behind my column. There we go. Look how beautiful it is. And as I get to my front door, I hear the NutriBullet going off. Ugh, that means the Queen's about to feed me one of those nasty green drinks again. Ugh. I have to drink it every morning. I can hear it. Yep, that's a NutriBullet. Anyway, take care, everybody. Wisdom Walk number 14, signing off. Take care, everybody. Be blessed. Love you all. Thank you for being the best part of my life. The Queen and I do appreciate you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.